Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to show you basic syntax for writing a function in Solidity, and I'll actually be writing down one or two examples basically of codes. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Now, what is function? Like every other programming languages, you actually need to define or use functions. Functions are actually a set of codes that are actually defined in order to be called in any particular set of environment you want to call it. It's actually used to enhance your format in building projects. It helps not to reuse codes and a lot more. So functions play a huge role in writing codes. So let's see how we can actually use functions in Solidity. Now, first of all, I will actually define the version type. The next thing I will have to do is actually to use this keyword and create an environment, which the name I will actually call this. We are trying to define the name of our project. The next thing I'm actually going to do is for the version type. This is we are trying to specify the project name. That's the comment for this. The next thing you need to do is actually to now write your function which you want to write. Now, the first example, I'll actually be doing two examples in this tutorial. And the first examples, we will actually sum two numbers. Yes, we'll sum two numbers. Now, we'll sum two numbers, and this is what we'll do. Now, let's say function add sum, open bracket, close bracket. Now, next thing you need to do is to put in the parameters you want to use. Now, uint. On my last video, I actually talked about what uint means and every other data types. So you might want to watch it and understand it. So uint first value, uint second value, and the next thing we'll do is to say public. Now I'll explain what this public means, and view returns. I'll explain everything. Now, first of all, when it comes to view the public simply means you want this function to be visible. You want it to be visible externally and internally. It actually creates a getter function for it to store the state variable. Now, we'll see it work just like I said. Now, what about the keyword view? The other keyword view is specifically used in order to read on the blockchain. It reads on the blockchain. Yes, let's say return first value plus second value, and this. So as you can see, we have error. Let's check and see why there is an error. Okay, right now watch. this is the error. Unfortunately, I was supposed to specify this uint. This actually, we are passing in the integer or the unsigned integer which we are using. We are passing it. We need to pass it down there. So that is why you need to specify that. So that's one of the reasons why the error. So like I told you, view keyword specifically, it doesn't work like public. It just reads the font, it just read on the blockchain, can actually change it to pure. Now when you change it to pure, now what is pure? What is this keyword pure as well? Now pure specifically is another keyword on this Solidity, and what it does, it doesn't read, it doesn't return, it just disallows updating, and it doesn't read on the blockchain. You understand? So now let's debug this and compile. Now I compiled it, which is already compiled. So let's go to deploy and run transaction. Now I'm trying to deploy it side and deploy. Now we just deployed our contract, which we've done. Now, like you remember, we said we want to sum the two numbers. Now you can actually say 2 comma 6. It gives us 8. Now we just got 8 as our solution, which it's correct. Now what we need to come over to this downside. Let me show you. Let's see how much transaction fee. Now defaultly we are actually giving almost 100 Ethereum, free Ethereum. This is a virtual money. So this is the first example. Let's comment it out and let's work on second example. Now I want to actually show you how you can use Solidity in a different way as well, the function in a different way. Now first of all, let's say we want to store a variable, and get it. And let's say let's initialize a variable. Probably we'll just write the variable without initialization. Let's say you int 256. I explained this on my previous video. And we say probably my best number. Now I will just define it this way. I will show you something basically. Now let's now say function store value or variable or value, all the same, equal open bracket, close bracket, parenthesis. Now let's say you want to pass in a parameter which would say uint underscore my best number. Now the reason why I used underscore here, I don't want it to be the same with the initial value or variable I actually initialized or I actually named. You understand? So now let's say public. Like I said, public is a keyword that makes it visible both internally and externally. Then you can actually say open brackets, curly braces, sorry. So now let's actually store our underscore my best number into my best number. So let's say my best number equal to underscore my best number. Now let's see what this would say or what we'll get. It's compiled, right? Let's check the solution to this. Now let's deploy. Now if you come over to this point, let's say 556, and let's click on right now. I forgot to tell you, this place is a function. Let's say we click this. Now it doesn't return anything because we actually did not make the, let me show you what I'm trying to say. We did not make our my best, we didn't make our my best number public. When you make this public, it will be visible, the function itself, which, remember, functions are actually used in order to be called. So right now we are not calling the function. So if you want it to be visible and to be order to be called on our deployment environment, we would say public my best number. Now let's delete this previous deployment and deploy and compile first before deploying. Now let's deploy. Head over down and watch. Now my best number is right beside the store value. So now when we click on my best value, nothing will show. It's just zero because we did not assign value yet. Let me show you what next you can actually do to make this second example more interesting. Now let's say function retrieve data. We are trying to retrieve that store value, that's above store value function. Let's say this, then we say public view. Now I'm trying to use view this time. Like I said, view, it reads the value on the blockchain, but it doesn't actually change the states. With time, you understand what I'm trying to say? So view returns you say return, make sure you add, whenever you are returning there, you make sure you add let's say we are trying to return that initial best value, my best value here. So we are trying to return it, retrieve, like we are trying to retrieve it. Now let's say this, I just pasted it, and want to retrieve it on this function, this initial function. Now we can actually call the function here and say retrieve data. We called it there. Now let's compile. It's compiled, deploy back, and head over. Now let's first of all click on them. Now this retrieve data is just retrieving what is being done on my best number. That is actually our first initial used function. So let's say 30. It gives us stats, and here it gives us stats. Now initially I told you you can actually use or store your value. Now if we comment this out and comment this out and remove this and deploy back and compile and deploy, is what happens when you write, let's say 40 as well, store the value and click on my best. It gives you the value, you've stored it and you are getting it. So I believe you've actually understand how you can actually use function, basic format on using function. If you found this video interesting, kindly subscribe to my channel.